Hello everyone, this is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today our guest is Jason Asher, who will fight on Fury FC 122, July 24th. Hello Jason, how are you?
I'm good, man. Just got done training. So, yeah, excited to hop on this interview.
And you will have a really big challenge ahead of you because it will be your fifth pro bout against a really solid opponent. So if you can tell me how excited are you that he will be let's say at least on the paper a challenge for you?
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely a challenge, and I'm very excited for it. He's gonna be the toughest guy I've fought so far in my career, amateur or pro. Um, so we have been so locked in this camp, me and my team. As you know, but not everybody does. This Fury show is gonna be in New Orleans. So in my hometown, I get to show out in front of my family, my friends. And there's nothing more I'd rather want to show than the toughest challenge possible, especially in my career now. So I've been training so hard, been working my ass off. I'm always training year round, but I crank it up even more dialed in, more disciplined whenever I have, tough opponent like Kyle that's coming up.
And do you think that there can be like some pressure that because you will fight in your state, so maybe like fans can of course like motivate you in some ways, but also can be this kind of factor that you can be like a little bit more stressed.
I think for some people, for me, man, I just love, and every fighter says this, but I genuinely just love to fight. And outside opinions don't matter to me. The only opinions that matter are my training partners and my coaches. Because 99.9% of people outside of, the training room don't know what we have to go through, the challenges. They don't really know the game. Unless you've done it, you don't know the game. Or unless somebody like yourself that covers it, you don't know the game. Like you spend so many times interviewing fighters, you know what we go through. So as far as other people's opinions, even friends and family of mine, I don't care. So as long as I go in and I put on the best version of myself, we let go of the outcome. Obviously, I care to win? Absolutely. I put my life into this. I want to win. But as far as, the time I spent and everything like that, we have to just let go of the outcome and try to be the best version of ourselves that night. But that being said, it's tight to sleep in my own bed. It's tight to do my weight cut every time I do my weight cut, the same place, not having to travel. All this stuff is amazing. And look, I do love the support. I love people coming for me. But as far as like stress and expectations, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
And if you win this fight, probably the feeling would be like something great because it's like all of your fans, all of your like family. It's probably like it will be like a really sweet feeling. Also because of the stage that you will be fighting in. So like Fury FC.
Absolutely. I mean, the biggest I've fought for Fury as an amateur before, but this is definitely they've grown since then. This is the biggest fight of my life so far. Obviously, there's going to be bigger to come, but as of now, I'm only solely focused on this fight. And yeah, to go and take on the toughest challenge of my career so far, for Fury when Fury comes to New Orleans, that's what I want. I mean, they sent a few names before him. I said yes to all of them. They said no to me. And I know he has trouble finding opponents because he's tough. But I said yes. I'll take on anybody. And um, well, I'm excited for the challenge. I've never worked so hard in a fight camp. And it's gonna show. It's gonna show July 24th.
And Kyle is a really good wrestler, a really good grappler. And because of that, were you a little bit like more focused on wrestling defense or like submissions defense in this training camp?
I mean, we split our. I had not, switched my volume of training to one or the other side. I do a good even split of grappling and striking training. I would say our gym focuses more on grappling, even though we have some very high level strikers with us. I think from the start of our gym, our coach always told us, we have such good striking, guys are going to wrestle us, and we don't want to get held down. So many of our drills, so many of our, practices, a lot of our live goes are grappling. So, obviously I know his wrestling credentials. He wrestled D1. Those tend to translate very, very well in MMA, and he's translated very well in MMA. But he's not just a wrestler anymore. He's an MMA fighter. He has belief in his striking. His striking is good. His wrestling is very good. And the thing is, I'm not afraid of taking a fight anywhere. I'll offensively wrestle if I need to. And I know some people might laugh at that, but this is MMA. I can use strikes to takedowns. I can use takedowns to strikes. It's not wrestling. It's not jiu-jitsu. I can hit you and I can grab your leg and I can run a single and I can break off and hit you again. So we're not afraid of being held down or submission threats. It's what we do every day. I'm just excited that I have an opponent. As you know, I've had a lot of first round finishes so far in my pro career. I'm excited to have an opponent that, if I finish him in the first round, great, cool. We're not expecting that. We're expecting a war. And I'm just so excited to show off all the skills that I've worked on for really the past 2 years. I haven't gone the distance in so long. I'm excited to get to show my skill set and all the things I've improved on because, man, I got such a deep bag in this game. And only my training partners know that. So.
And it will be your third fight this year. And of course, we don't know what's going to happen if there will be some like injuries or other things. But in, let's say, perfect world, after this fight, how many would you like to have this year?
Yeah, I mean, I fought in December as well, like very towards the end of last year. So this will be my fourth fight in 7 months. So I've been very active. That being said, man, every time I'm in the cage now, it's so fresh. It's like because I just was there, a few weeks ago. So it's nice to be active. Obviously I'm missing so many family obligations, which that's the life, that's the game. Fighting comes first. Fighting comes first before everything, for me personally. So, I'd like to take some trips. I'd like to take, a couple months, to relax, but I'm not even thinking about that right now, brother. I'm just focused on this fight. I know it's cliche, everybody says it, but this is the hardest test of my career, and I plan to show the best version of myself. My family and friends and events will be there after this, but this can either propel me, into the UFC in the next couple fights, or, if I take a loss, we'll have to regroup and take a look at what to improve on. So the only thing that really matters right now is this fight for me.
But actually, I think that's the overall like MMA game is kind of crazy because even like one day ago or something like this, the fighter from the UFC, from the Fury FC, John Garza, got
Yes.
short notice opportunity, and he's like 6-1. He's also like really talented prospect, but probably it means that if you are like 6-0 or 7-0, it's a big chance that you will get this kind of fight. Of course, you have to be ready. You have to win your previous fights, but it shows that it's actually quite possible, let's say.
No, I completely agree. Look, we're ready for the call whenever it might come. We'll never pass up on the opportunity. And that's why I train year round. I'm always in shape. My weight's always at a good spot. I've normally been a 55er in the past, and this fight I'm fighting at 145. So making 145 on short notice will be very tough for me. But I can do anything if I will it. So whatever the UFC would ever need from me, whatever weight class, whatever time frame, I would make it. But as far as that being said, none of that matters. You there?
Yes.
Sorry, I had a notification pop up. With that being said, though, I won't make it to UFC if I start losing fights. So the plan is just focus on Kyle for the now, and nothing else matters until after July 24th. I have heard that there's going to be some I want to say scouts, but some big UFC names in attendance to watch some of my teammates that are fighting and hopefully myself. So there's going to be eyes on this card. I have about 7 teammates from my gym fighting, amateur and pro. So it's going to be a coming out party for my gym, Mid City MMA and Libros MMA. It's 2 gyms. And I'm very excited to show it because we got some high caliber guys. And we got some guys that are in the UFC right now. Carlos Vera, he's a UFC fighter that trains with us. And we're taking all that knowledge. Tom Lee, one of our coaches, he was a former one championship in Asia. And we got a lot of knowledge, and this crop of prospects coming up in my gym, including myself, we're gonna show out. Lots of guys, lots of young guys, I'm 25, so I got a lot of time in this game still. One of my teammates, Sean King, is actually headlining the card. He's been tearing it up in Fury. I think he's 5-0 now. He's headlining. He really brought even though they've come to New Orleans before, he's brought the show to New Orleans. That guy could sell out the whole damn place himself. So, yeah, man, it's going to be a takeover. It's going to be a Mid-City takeover.
And if we can talk a little bit more about your beginnings in the combat sport. So did you have any background before you first started your MMA journey?
No, I played football, so I was always an athlete. I played sports my whole time growing up. I had some offers to go play some ball at small schools around. At the time, it just wasn't right for me. I had my mother passed away when I was a kid. My dad passed away right when I turned 18, so I had some obligations I had to take care of as far as being in New Orleans, being home. But the drive to compete never left me. And I found MMA, and I just never have looked back. I've been in the game for 5 or 6 years now, and after my first 3 months, I knew this is all I want to do. This is what I want to do my whole life. This is what I want to be my career. I just want to be able to make money to be able to do this full time, which I do it full time now, but working a full-time job and full-time training is exhausting. You can't raise a family then. But I know for the rest of my life, this is what I wanted to do. So I dumped my all into it, and I got lucky falling into the gym that I'm at. We're the best gym in our state. And, every time we go show it, and we're going to show it again, when Fury comes here in July.
And I think that this is one thing that fans should appreciate probably a little bit more that there are a lot of fighters, super talented fighters who have their full-time job, and then they go train, because it's not that it's whole day for the training, but there are this kind of things like family things, and it's super tough to do all of them, and probably a lot of great prospects just had to end their career because of some kind of issues, like time issues, money issues. So I think that this is the thing that fans, casual fans and all of the fans should appreciate, that regional fighters can combine this few things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I completely agree. And some people look at it, it takes it, that full-time job will take away from your training. But, if your money isn't right, and you're not happy in normal life, that's going to suck the life out of your training. Training is the thing I look forward to every single day. And I always fit in my sessions. I've luckily now been able to, with my job, drop down to, about 30 hours a week. So a little bit less than full time now, and still make enough money to pay my bills and train even more now. So that's what I was been saying over and over again about this camp. This is the hardest I've ever worked. It's the most sessions I've ever put in. It's the best I've ever felt. I mean, I'm fighting down a weight class. I'm going to be shredded, going into this fight. And I know that power is going to carry down to 45 as well. So yeah, man, I'm so excited for this fight. I've never had such a tough challenge ahead, and it's going to be, the best version of myself that comes out.
And about your training, is there any like exercise drill or just part of the training that you really don't like, but in the end you know that you have to do it?
Hmm. That's a good question. I really love training. And everybody says it, but I genuinely, it is the highlight of my day every time. I think, when I have certain injuries, doing certain drills that will affect those injuries, that's probably not fun because I go home, I can't really sleep at night, tossing and turning to bed because, aches and whatever. But honestly, man, nothing comes to mind where I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to do that. And I think that's luckily because my gym, we do such a good job with dividing up everything so equally that you have to love it all. Otherwise, you shouldn't be in the sport. If you only love the box but you don't love the wrestle, then what the hell? I think in the beginning I loved the striking more than the grappling, and then I've just fallen in love with jujitsu and wrestling and the aspects of that, and then I'll go back and forth, and then I'll get bored of that, and then I'll fall in love with striking again. But as far as you know inspiration, motivational stuff that pushes you to train every now and again, but you need is discipline. And that's what puts me through every session, every drill with intent, is the discipline I have. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline sticks around. And that's why I'll put everything into every training session every time.
And who is your favorite fighter to watch right now from the UFC?
That's a good question. I got a lot of them. I mean, everybody is a pretty popular one right now, but Mauricio Ruffy, big fan of him. Beautiful striking, the way he counters. Big fan. Who's some other people I look? Oh, Hamzat. I like Hamzat a lot. I took a lot from him as far as his cage wrestling. Man, I don't have just a singular fighter that I'm obsessed over, but man, there's so many I really really like. I guess one that's not as known, but he just broke into the rankings. Tom Nolan, big fan of him, just because he's a tall 155er, he's similar to me. Yeah, man, so many fighters. I love watching the fights. I don't have any particular one. You know what? I know one comes to mind. Everybody loves him as well, but Carlos Prates. Ever since watching him, I watched him knock out Charles Rakic, I think his name was. And I remember looking at the fight, and I was like, oh man, this Prates guy is gonna get his ass whooped. And Prates hurt him with a left hand, and then feinted the left hand into a knee to the body, and dropped him and KO'd him in the end of the first round. And I was like, oh, this guy, he is, and obviously, he's from the Fight Nerds camp. Like Ruffy was, but I was like, that guy's a very high level striker. It was kind of before the Fight Nerds came as big as they were. I was like, that is big time setups that I've taken a lot from. Yeah, those are just some of my favorites.
And actually, Mauricio Ruffy would like to be a backup fighter from the main event, Conor against Max. And I think that actually it would be probably a better fight, like Max against Mauricio. It would be like a crazy fight.
Yeah, it would be. That would be wild, especially with Max's volume, his volume boxing, and Ruffy's counter ability. That'd be an awesome fight. I love seeing that as well when guys are stepping up on short notice, even be a backup, throw something in the mix. But yeah, big fans that the UFC's got such high caliber guys. You can't help but film study and steal some stuff from them. I've stolen so much stuff from Prates, just because how lanky he is for his division. I'll try to pick guys that have my similar builds and similar demeanor and try to steal stuff from the best. That's how you get better.
Yes, and on the paper, his fight against JDM should be like a really close one, and in the end, it wasn't close at all. It was like pure destruction, and JDM is like a super high level fighter.
Oh yeah, I like the thing I really like about Prates is the way he cooks guys. People think of him as just this one punch knockout guy, But it's, in my opinion, that's not completely true. That he does knock out people with one shots and everything, but you can kind of tell whenever he's about to start finishing somebody. It takes about a minute when he just starts cooking them and he's kicking their legs and he's jabbing them to the head and he's feinting, and every time he feints they react. That's when you know it's downhill, and he does it to almost everybody. Where it's, he starts cooking them with so many feints and levels of strikes where he's attacking the legs, he's attacking the head, he's attacking the body, and then he'll find his kill shot. That's one thing I've taken from Prates a lot, is just try to be so patient, and finding the kill shot with so many different tools.
And outside of the fight games, so where you are not in the training or you are not watching the fights, do you have any other like hobbies that you like to spend your time on?
Yeah, but I mean, between work and training, I don't have a ton of time, but I have a girlfriend. She's been great to me. We've been together almost 2 years now, and so spending time with her. I play a lot of video games. With her and video games, pretty much that's about it. Watch some TV shows. I'll bounce back and forth between playing a game and watching whatever show that I'm into at the time. But that's about it, brother. I mean, I stay pretty busy. Like today's is 3 training sessions. Today is my off day from work. So, I mean, I'm training 3 times. And between that, I'm so exhausted. Like I don't really want to do anything else. So I kind of just lay on the couch and, play a game for a little bit. Yeah. So I stay very, very busy.
And for your next fight, when you are thinking about it or like just analyzing it, what would be like the perfect scenario, perfect win for you?
I think perfect win would be second round knockout. And I only say that, everybody wants a first round knockout, but I want to be able to show my skills off a little bit, in there. I think everybody wants to knock out. So that would always be sweet. But yeah, I think, the biggest thing for me is this fight showing my level and ability, at this stage. I haven't got to show it yet in my pro career just because how quick the fights have been. But the biggest thing for me is I want to be my best on that night. I just want to be able to show all the weapons and tools I have. Let the training room translate to the cage. That would overall be my biggest success. And then if that happens, I won't lose. I just know I won't, because how high level my skills are. And I'm very confident in them as long as I show and I translate them from the gym to the cage.
And these like maybe not late finishes, but like second, third round are really good because you can spend like time in the cage. It's also like a valuable experience for you, and of course it is finish in the end of the day. So it's really good result, but of course it's like can be a risky thing because in the end you are in the cage with like high skilled individuals. So the quick finishes are also perfect.
They're fun because you don't really come out with many injuries, but yeah, it's fun to show. It's also fun to just go, get hit them back. I enjoy that. I enjoy the aspect of getting tired as well. Everybody's afraid of it, but once you push to the point past exhaustion, you find a whole another piece of yourself in there, where nothing matters but that moment in the cage. And I enjoy that aspect. Some people run from it. I enjoy it. I run to it, Yeah. But either way, I mean, you always want to get a knockout. That's what the UFC wants. That's what the fans love. But I just know this fight is going to be tough. It's going to be grueling. I see a lot of my traits in him. So I already know it's going to be a banger. It's going to be the best fight on the card that night. I know that for a fact. And I'm so excited for that. I love putting on just fights where your soul's left out there. It's the best.
Okay, Jason. So many thanks for the time and for conversation. I hope that you will win the fight in the way that you would like to, and you will be back soon, or at least this year, maybe one, maybe two
I will
more
definitely be
times.
back before the end of the year for sure. Yeah, it's July, brother. I got to get another one in for sure. Yeah, there's no way this is the last time you see me this year.
So good luck in the fight.
Thank you. Thank you.